What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another cigar video. I'm Eric, aka Brother Cigar, one half of the Burn Down podcast. Today's video, 5 tips that are going to enhance your cigar experience. Now, before we get started, gotta do me a favor, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that bell so you get notified when we drop new videos, new podcasts, and anything related to the Burn Down podcast. Check out our website, become a member, burndownpodcast.com. Membership is $5 a month, exclusive discounts, monthly giveaways. Be there or be square. So let's get into it. 5 tips that are going to enhance your cigar experience. The first one, and numero uno, is obviously cutting your cigar properly. Now, sometimes people overlook this step, but if you cut your cigar wrong, it can unravel and it can really hinder your cigar experience. So when you look at cigar, you want to look at the top of the cigar, and it's called the shoulder. Now, typically, if it's a good cigar, you almost see the cap at the top of the cigar or the head of the cigar. You don't have to take the cutter and cut off an inch. It's very, very minute. So you take your cigar cutter and you only cut off that little piece of that shoulder and it should come right off. If you cut too deep, it's going to unravel. It's really going to make your cigar experience not that enjoyable because you're going to have to keep fixing it and the cigar is going to fall apart. Number 2, on your 5 tips to enhance your cigar experience, toasting the cigar before you light it. Now, some people want to get right into the action and they want to just light the cigar and get right to it. They'll put the lighter right up to the cigar and start burning it. And again, that's going to decrease your experience when it comes to enjoying your cigar. What toasting a cigar means is that you want to keep your lighter or even your match or cedar strip, whatever you have, a few inches away from your cigar. You don't want it right up against the cigar. You want it a little bit far away. I'm going to say about 2 or 3 inches. Now, toasting the cigar, you're going to roll the cigar around while you burn it, and that's what ignites all the long fillers and all the tobacco to get the thing started in your cigar. Now, once it's toasted, you blow on the end of the cigar, put the cigar in your mouth, and light like so, and obviously turn your cigar as you're lighting it. The third tip now is to make sure your cigar is fresh. Now, what does that mean? Well, a fresh cigar, you can tell right off the bat. If it's too dry, you can start to hear it crackling. You can see the wrapper kind of falling apart. If it's too humid or too moist, you can feel the cigar being really, really squishy. You can almost touch it, from your thumb to your index finger. If it's too squishy, it's not properly humidified, and you don't want to smoke that cigar. A fresh cigar, you can't really say it's easy to tell if you're not a cigar person. But it is kind of easy to tell. You take the cigar, as long as it feels firm and it doesn't feel dry, it doesn't feel squishy, that cigar is fresh. It's ready to be smoked. Now, your 4th tip on your 5 tips to enhance your cigar experience is taking puffs every 45 seconds to 1 minute. Now, the thing about cigars is that it's supposed to last you a while. It's supposed to last you about 45 minutes to an hour. You don't want to smoke it too fast, and you don't want to smoke it too slow. So the right median is about 45 seconds to a minute between each puff. What that does, it keeps the cigar ignited. That doesn't let the cigar go out if you're holding it for too long, and it doesn't burn the cigar too fast. It's the right median before it. Now, when I say every 45 seconds to 1 minute, it's one of 2 things. You don't want to smoke your cigar too fast because 1, you're not going to enjoy it, and 2, you're not going to pick up the aromas and the flavors that you're looking for in the cigar. You want to be able to relax and sit back and enjoy your cigar. On the other side, if you take too long in between each puff, it's going to go out. You're going to continually have to light the cigar. And again, it's going to hinder your cigar experience. Now, the last tip, the 5th tip to enhance your cigar experience, in my opinion, I think is the most important. And that's making sure you're in a controlled environment. Now, what do I mean by that? Being in a controlled environment, you don't want to be in a very rambunctious spot. You don't want to be something that's very stressful or very loud or packed. You might be at a party or a wedding smoking a cigar, but at a wedding or a party, you're relaxed. Being in a controlled environment is making sure that your cigar experience is going to be maximized. Whether it's at a party, whether it's in your backyard, whether it's time to yourself, you want to make sure that you have the right things in place. And what are some of those things? Well, one could be maybe a beer. Or if you're a whiskey drinker or a bourbon drinker or some kind of spirit, making sure you're pairing that with your cigar. Me, I like coffee, so I'll always make sure I have coffee with my cigar. but it doesn't necessarily have to be a drink. You can make sure that your favorite TV show you're watching on your iPad or your computer or even in your TV, or maybe your favorite YouTube show, like the Burn Down podcast. I know a lot of people that smoke cigars and watch the Burn Down podcast, so maybe you should try that. Now, if you're not a drinker or you don't really watch shows or TV while you're smoking a cigar, at least have music. I think for me personally, music is the best pairing for a cigar. Whether that's Frank Sinatra, whether it's the Eagles, whether it's the Notorious B.I.G., whether it's Tupac, whoever you want to listen to. Make sure your favorite music's playing in the background while you smoke a cigar, and it'll enhance that cigar experience by tenfold. And those are the 5 tips to enhance your cigar experience. I'm Eric, aka Brother Cigar, one half of the Burn Down podcast. I truly appreciate you checking out this video. If I can appreciate you guys a little bit more, please hit that like button, hit that bell, and hit that subscribe button so you get notified every single time we drop a new video. Until next time, we'll see you guys later. Thanks.